Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
That's a lot of them.
I know.
All right, thanks, Bill.
Yep.
See you guys later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we've been loving up on Tansy big time, trying to settle her down. Yeah. So everybody doing okay, hopefully? Yeah. Well, we've got 2 boxes, except I have to ask if Utah is on. Let's do I can do a real quick check here. Oh, I see a lot of names I know. Utah 47 is on. Yeehaw. We have a box. Back R2D2. They'd name the shop back R2D2.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah, I see Utah 47 is on, so that's cool. And we have a box from her, so we're going to go ahead and open that. And then we have one other box. And I don't have any letters envelopes to share tonight, but we did get a lot of Earth Angel checks, so those are going into a separate pile, and you'll get a letter of something in the mail later. Everybody will, so I appreciate that. So we're going to do our 2 boxes, then we're going to go to some stories, and we've had a good time today. Michelle is still here, and Emily and her mama Annie just left. They've had a nice time. I think we went out and walked on the farm grounds too a little bit ago, so that was fun. And we're gonna just get busy.
Look at that one in there. Just like a little lump.
Isn't that cute? Yeah. That's oh my gosh, I can tell when I'm tired, my brain gets slower. Tabitha is on the big red poof sucking away on it. So this is from our friend Utah 47 and Tommy, and she's got on here. Oh, this sounds like a really cool box. Let's just see what it is. She's got something on here for the kids that have come. So we're going to see what it is. She marked it fragile. She thought it was going to be here Saturday, and by golly, it did. Did you guys all get to see Lou? Oh yeah, do we have a catatary? Thank you, Sonny. That's the ornery dude, Ginseng. Isn't he cool? He's gained some weight, and he just looks so much better. He looks really good. Do we have a catatary maybe out there? Calling 1, calling 2. It won't take long. There's just 2 boxes. Canton is? Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Canton. So this is from Utah 47. And it says on here, I mailed a package that should arrive on Saturday. It is marked fragile, breakable, like glass, but it does have a couple moving parts. I have also included some bracelets, and her Earth Angel check is in here also. Oops. Okay, when both phones ring, then I have to look.
Oh, jeez. I'm looking for a cat.
Hello? Yes. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, hey, I'm here. Yeah. Yeah.
I might lay him down there. Okay? Is there room? Yeah, move that. Oh, okay,
Where's
that's
she
fine.
sleeping at? At that spot?
Oh, look at her now. It's comfy in there.
Yeah, is this the cat that we saw last week? This Butter? No. Right, you're over
Butter's
there.
fine.
No, I ain't could have went
And
inside.
if it's bleeding, and if it might have
That's one of the patties.
and all that, you know, that you're gonna probably have to take up the clothes off his back.
Yeah.
But, I
So
mean,
if
if
she's-
it's not
if he's
drastically
inside,
bad,
he-
I would really try to wait till Monday to take you, because if you take in now, you're gonna be paying a lot more for emergency calls than Saturday night and Sunday.
That was trying to get some.
Is it dripping? Will she sit on your lap? Okay, if you can just put a compress on that. Usually once you get a clot going, they'll stop. So just take like a washcloth, you don't mind if it gets a little icky. Okay, and how big is that area? Okay, why don't you try to keep her quiet tonight and put some pressure on that and that's okay. Let me move here. No, dry. Dry. Yeah, just a pressure compress. Okay? All right. Bye-bye. All right, you're going to have to give it up, girl. Hi. Do you know who was out here today? Was Bennett. Bennett came out here and was clear by the refrigerator. I was really surprised. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Oh. Oh, that's... He's doing it too! I don't know if I could do it fast enough to keep up with him.
Octavia's like, let me
We're
have
going to
that
have to
thing.
save this for next year's catathon and play that. Here, let's see. You just stay right there for a minute. I should have known when it says press on, I was in trouble. Let's see what Utah says here. And this is her check for Earth Angels. It says, I thought this little gift may be useful and perhaps worth a smile or two. Lots of smiles. Not that the kiddies need any help creating smiles. It seems that every time someone is asked to do the chicken dance, the excuse is there's no music. Well, this could resolve this serious problem. Cameras do all they can to provide music and lyrics for the famous dance. We see little music notes from the cameras and lyrics of da 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 da. Great effort, but hard to read, chat, and dance at the same time. I watched as the cumulative bids for Connie to do the famous dance at the catathon exceeded $1,000. I realized that the FFRC is the proper home for this work of art. So I am sending you this precious family heirloom. Aww! You and Connie and Jody did a remarkable job at the catathon. Just remember that practice makes perfect. Keep in mind that in the true tradition of the chicken dance, the music speeds up each repeat. I didn't know that. Open the box and press the button on the wing. I have also included a few survivor bracelets. Your granddaughters, Kendra, Kirsten, Kellen, and Livy, and perhaps Aunt Hannah might enjoy. My Tommy, 14 years plus, and I appreciate all you do for the kitties and cats. You all are truly angels on earth. We especially like Cutie. Perhaps the reason is apparent from the photo. Enjoy. Rama, who is Utah 47, and Tommy. Oh, I can see why. Says, give Cutie a big hug for me. I enjoy watching the webcam, and all the kitties are wonderful. Thank you all. Thanks for all you do for my furry friends. Tommy. Tommy's her kitty. We have enclosed a check for the Feliz Navidad Earth Angel Medical Fund. That's what's in the envelope. God bless you for all the wonderful work you all do. We marked the box fragile, so hopefully it wouldn't be bounced around too much. We hoped it wouldn't dance all the way from Utah to Defiance, Ohio. Look at Tommy. This is a spitting image of, wait till it refocuses. There we go. If that doesn't look like Cutie, wow. That's pretty cool. Love the eyes. That is definitely cutie. They must be cousins somewhere in Utah, down the road here. Oh my gosh, Connie will be here tomorrow. And as you know, what's going to be played is the chicken dance. Well, you know, we were talking about this not too long ago. We're going to have to come up with something else too for next year. Hey, can I see this? I wonder if it'll stay on its feet. Here. Oh. Oh, you got the tail. Utah, thank you. I love this. We'll share this with Connie and Jody, and that's pretty cool. I like it. We have to come. Oh, to Rachel's chasing, kind of like chasing the laser light. We'll have to get a video of that too. That would be cool, Becky. We're gonna have to come up with a new song for next year too. So, Utah, did you make these? These are really neat. Look at these.
Oh, cool.
Aren't those nifty?
Are they collars?
No, they're bracelets.
Bracelets? Okay.
Well,
I
do they
got
have
the breakaway?
Is it the breakaway? It's not
No,
the breakaway.
okay.
Oh, yes, that was. Yeah, it is. Hey, Utah, these would be cool collars too. Because these are the breakaway. Well, no,
Yeah,
I don't think,
no.
Michelle, I don't think they really are.
Yeah, none of them.
Yeah, not enough to be safe. Those are neat. Neat, neat, neat. Thank you, Michelle. Or thank you, Utah. Those are really cool.
That's for the carnival.
Yeah. Hey, Utah, what is this made out of? I don't know if you're on to chat, but these are really cool. Thank you for this. I'll divvy these out to. Yeah, bracelet. It's not a breakaway. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, thank you. I know this one has purple in it. Karen was here today without her kids. That was really weird. We had a meeting today, another planning meeting for the cat stock. So, oh, there it is, paracord. Ah, okay. Yeah, those are really cool. I bet those are kind of fun to make too. Whoops. Okay. Now we got to chase you off of that one. Come on, Emo. And this one is from Tippy and Trailer. The kitties are being entertained by the laser light. This one is Tippy and Trailer. And leave it to me. I lost. There it is. Got it. You like that? Ooh. Yes. Yep, Tippy and Trailer. And she's from Florida. And we use this. Whoops. Oh, no wonder it's heavy. Look what's in here. Yes. Oh. Wow. Well, we appreciate that toilet paper, but we doubly appreciate this. M&M's. Peanut butter M&M's. Those are the best. And miniature chocolate mix peanut butter cups. Diana, you can come and visit and we'll share them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. I bet you Tippy's working right now. I might have to have a couple of those tonight. Man, they packed that in a really heavy-duty box. There you go. Now you can have it. Thanks, Tippy and Trailer, and Ashley, too. If this toilet paper isn't something we get all the time, but it's used every day. Thank you. They sure know how to have fun, don't they, Becky?
Sure do.
Okay, we got a few stories to tell. I wanted to talk, just kind of give you updates and kind of reiterate about Emmeline and Farrah. But for those that don't know about Farrah, since we have some newbies on here, Farrah is our white cat. And let me get my health record book.
And speaking of which, she's right there.
Where?
Right above your head.
Oh, wonder. You know what we'll do is just keep her pill out right here.
She's seen that.
She's a smarty pants. Okay, girl. I gotcha. Come on. We're going to do you while we can get you. And her collar. She took her collar off too today. There it goes. It doesn't, it comes off really easy.
It's a little scratch. I can't do it. I can't see it.
There, that's as good as it's going to get. Now she's
Now we're
been
mad.
out.
Now we're mad.
Well, I would show you Farrah, but
We made her mad.
she's gotten into this thing where she thinks it's fun and games to do run away from you when it's in the evening medicine. She hardly ever does it in the morning. Farrah, though, originally came to us. There she is, June 27 of 2009. She has been here 3 years.
You're not happy, are you?
Doesn't seem possible. Where does that time go? Yeah, now she hides from us. She the morning one is not a problem. Yeah, I believe you're probably right, BRS. Yeah, she's been here 3 years. So she was born May 16th of 09. She was only 7 weeks old. She was found in woods all by herself. And just a real little brief in a nutshell, because a lot of you have heard it already. She had ear mites, which is very common, and the medicine that we use has Ivermac in it. It's called Acarax. It's a very, very good product to get rid of ear mites, and does a good job. But we, per the advice of our vet, we have the concoction of how to mix up that Acarax. And so we've been doing that for many, many years. Well, it just so happened that day that we had another litter. I think it was another litter of 4 and Farrah, all 5 white cats, and they all had ear mites. So I treated all of them. But I noticed when I opened up the bottle to mix it up, it was a different kind of a lid on it than I'd ever seen before. But you know, I looked at it and it appeared to be the same medicine. So very shortly after they got their injection for, for the Acarax, they all 5 went into seizures, big time seizures. They were just wee little babies, and I knew it had to be medicine related of some sort because they all did it and they're not family related. Well, we lined them up here in patients' pen like sardines. And every half hour, 45 minutes, we'd flip them over because they were all seizing, all out of it, not responding much at all, and gave them fluids. I talked to our vets, told them what happened. They said, make sure that was Ivermac. And I said, well, it did have a funny label and a top on it. So I called the store here in Defiance, and they said, no, that it was the same stuff that I always get. And of course, you know, I think that they're going to say that. But anyhow, we never found out for sure. But it took 24 hours for most of them to settle down where they were functional again. Farrah took the longest. She was hit the hardest, but they seized for hour upon hour upon hour. And we just, they told us all we can do is just keep giving sub-Q fluids. That the anti-seizure medicine at that age they didn't want us to do. It was really scary. I spent hours standing here. Becky, were you here that day?
I don't think so.
Well, once the seizures stopped on the 4, they were out the next day. They were still kind of out of it, but they were okay. Farrah, it took her quite a while to get better. And then once she did, then she was out and about and doing okay. But soon after that, her seizures started, and she would have them, and every seizure she's ever had has been full-blown, nose to tail seizures, and a lot of you webcammers have seen her in seizures because it seems like every time she does them, most of the time she's way up high over here, and of course she tumbles down. That's why she had to have her tooth, her one canine, removed because she busted it that one time. it is thought that her seizures are triggered by that medicine. So, time passed and her seizures kind of abated a little bit, and then they came back, but they weren't very often, so we did not start her on the seizure medicines, and then they increased. So we started her on the phenobarb, and hi babe.
I brought my brothers with me.
Okay, we're doing the cam show right now, honey.
Okay.
Grandpa's in there, he's got your medicine. I mean your money.
Is
I'm
my
sorry.
puppy?
Huh?
Where's my puppy?
Inside.
Okay, I'm taking her with me.
Probably on Grandpa.
Okay. Hi viewers, what's up?
Can I have a hug?
Yeah. This is my little brothers and my stepmom. This is my
Hi,
stepmom,
sweetie.
Geraldine.
Mwah, love you.
That one's Dallas.
Hi,
and that one's
guys.
your mom.
I've heard about ya. Do you like kitties?
I love them.
Oh, I'm glad.
Right.
He loves them. So, we had started her on medicine, and they stopped for a long time. And then, we talked to the vets about it, and they, I think it's because it's shaking.
Okay.
I think it's because she
Okay.
didn't know how to do it. That looked like a seizure right there. So they had thought that since this was medicine-induced and she had been so long without the seizures that we would decrease the amount. So we did. We gradually decreased it. She was off of it for months. Bam, she did it again. So they still weren't very often, and we kept her off of them yet for a while, and then gradually they increased again. And then we've got her back on phenobarb again. And as you all know, because of her little bit of clumsiness with the PBs, that our vet, what was that, like 6-7 months ago, had suggested maybe we try a half a tablet in the morning and then a full tablet at night instead of one in the morning and one at night. Well, you all witnessed a major seizure that she had, what was that, like 2 months ago. So she's back on 1 and 1. It's been 2 months. She has not had a seizure since then, and I really doubt that she will. No, none of those other kitties, Stinky, ever had a seizure. It was just Vera. But according to what our vets know about this and say, they still think that this is something that medicine did that triggered her into this and then kept her into this mode. So, nothing, you know, that we can turn off and say, okay, now you're seizure free. So now she's been without any seizures for 2 months. We'll probably wait a few more weeks or so, another month maybe, and then we'll get her back on Pet Finders. Yeah, we'll still get her there. So she's been here a long time though. That will be a hard one, won't it? So that's Farah. So she's on continuous meds, and the money that we have had donated over the time has, wait a minute, what's that now? Remember the night on cam? You mean one night when she had a seizure, Canton?
That was the night that they called you?
Yeah, her very first major seizure was right on cam, just like most of them are, and we got a phone call from a lady in California. And I think actually that was probably the first phone call I ever had during the night, and she said, white kitty on the floor, having a major seizure, and sure enough she did. And usually when she has these, I just grab a towel, and I don't even think about getting her off cam. I just think about sitting down with her and wrapping her and helping her to relax. So, now what was that, Queen? I missed part of that. Yeah, the reason we keep a collar on her is not because she's really a resident, but to distinguish her from other white cats here. In a pinch, like if you see her have a seizure, it's got a collar, you automatically would know that that is Farah. But the lady that called was really a wonderful lady, and I've chit-chatted a couple times with her on the email, and I've always told her how much we appreciated that. So that's it on Farah. But is she she goes another couple weeks or so, we need to try to find her a home. If, and it will be somebody who is very conscientious about seizures and has an impeccable vet record, because I will be fussy. You guys, I know, I would have a hard time with that one too. Emmeline, I call her Emmy sometimes. Bye, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you bunches, babe.
Bella says bye. She sees you tomorrow.
Okay, yep, we'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.
Remember the puppy?
Emmeline, who, oh, you guys are funny. Emmeline is the other one that I wanted to talk to you about. She's one of our newer residents, as most of you know. Emmeline came here also in '09, but not till December of '09, and she was just 11 weeks old. She was a very, very sick kitty, and as you know, over the time that she's been here, we had to do a right eye enucleation. Her left eye has a lot of scarring to it. She has, from the get-go, been an immune disaster. She was adopted. She was adopted on March 27 of 10. So she was, what would that make her? Like 6 months when she was first adopted. This lady that adopted her loved her, and she knew what she was getting into with the medical records, because Emmeline was already displaying these problems that she has then. And this lady, bless her heart, I remember she would call me all the time, and she would say, you know, Emmeline's doing this now, and that was when we had our clinic here, so we had her in here many, many times to visit Dr. Cindy, trying this, trying that, trying this. She even went to another doctor for second and third opinions, and trying this and trying this. Nothing was really working, and it got to the point where her owner couldn't do it any longer. So she brought her back, and she brought her back in 11 of 10. So she had her for 6 months, say 7 months, 7, 8 months, and she just couldn't do it any longer. So Emmeline came back, and she's been this roller coaster ever since we've had her. She's either really good, and then she starts going into this and where she's really bad, and then we do these injections for her, and they work for a while, and then they don't work, and it's just been really, really hard for her. Sometimes her belly is red all the time. She has licked her fur off to the point where it's just not growing back. And that's why when people, yeah, she did, Miss MS. She just got terribly frustrated because nothing she did was helping. Emma has a big wobble belly. I don't know what else to call it, but it's a wobble belly. And people always think, oh my gosh, what is that? Is that a tumor? But it's not. And a lot of cats have that, maybe not as big as what Emmeline has, but with her not having any fur, it really shows up then. Yeah, her jelly belly, there you go.
She looks like she has an udder.
Yeah, and actually somebody said that the other day. It looks like she's got a cow's udder there. Yeah, we got wobble bellies, and we're still okay, right? So, she has just escalated up and down and up and down, and every time, and I actually had put Emmeline back up for adoption a couple times, but she would almost immediately spiral into this mess of a cat again. Well, about a month ago, it's been about a month ago, she was the worst that she's ever been. And I was inside eating breakfast that day, and I thought, you know what, there is no way I can in good consciousness let her go to be in a home, if we could even get her a home, knowing that this is a lifelong problem with her, and knowing that I would worry myself sick over her all the time. It's just, you have to be on it all the time. So she became Emmeline FFRC Moss. And now she's figured out how to get in the house, and now she's like a greased pig. You go open the door, and whoosh, she's in. There's no catching her until you catch her when she's sleeping or something. They've ruled out the severe food allergies. We've done some testing on her off and on over the years, but we're on to a new treatment right now, and right now she is at one of the best stages she's ever been. Maybe we should take her off of the resident list and put her back on on the adoption list. What do you think? Yeah, I think not too. So this is what we're doing. She got an injection 2 weeks ago against the rules. Normally we try to hold off on this medicine unless she really needs it. One, it's hard on the cats, and two, there's some expense, but expense doesn't matter to me if it's going to work. But the long-term use of this med is hard on a cat. Well, so we've been trying to do it sparingly, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Well, what we're doing right now is we gave it 4 weeks ago. We gave it yesterday, 2-week span, and then we're going to do it again in another 2 weeks. And what we're doing is hitting that really hard with it and seeing if it'll stay away for a lot longer. If it doesn't, then we're going to do a biopsy of it this time, because we've done so many other things on it. So Emmeline's here. She's here, and we love her. And she's also she's a cat that the Thompson family has helped us sponsor with her. I wanted to tell you, can I tell you a story that's not a cat story?
No.
But a doggy story? It's a doggy story. It's it's about one of the doggies you know. It's Cammie, and let me get her record.
Here, Potter.
Hi, Butter. Are you out?
And why are they called sheriff?
Good. He's the boss.
He just walks around like he's Mr. in charge.
We had heard of a family that had a very, very excessive amount of dogs, and that they were not well cared for. And it was February, very, very cold winter, snow. It was icky. It was horrible outside, and we had heard that these dogs were all chained up outside and very, very thin. And see, in Ohio, the laws are to be caught for, I guess you could say, abuse or neglect, because I don't think a lot of laws are very forceful or very enough forceful. So they have to have food, obviously they have to have water, and they have to have some shelter if they're outside. Well, these people got away with it for a while because all they would take was 2 boards put together and a flimsy top. Once the wind came, bye-bye board. But it worked for a little while for them, and then we got working with, well, Lisa actually is the one that started it with a labor of love. And Paul helped us, and I was there. We had the dog warden there, and we went over there. We were given permission to take 12 dogs from them, and that still left them with some dogs, but they had been checked on after we made our entrance there, and they did better after that. So we went there, and they got to pick and choose what 12 dogs they wanted to relinquish. Well, the first one that came around, this guy carrying her by under her arms, letting her just down, was my Cammie girl that I have now. And she looked nothing like what she does now. This dog was so weak that she couldn't stand up. And you know how kind of round she is now. The waistline where it's supposed to be was 2 inches. I measured it. It was 2 inches. Yeah, I'll have to bring Cammie out. It was 2 inches, and she was nothing but she was a skeleton, and she couldn't stand up. And she had four puppies with her. Puppies were pretty brown, but the puppies were not chained up, so the puppies would run around and eat everybody else's food. I cried when I put Cammie in the inside back part of my truck. It was the most saddest thing. I got the truck started, got it heated up for her, and we brought her here. We brought actually all 12 of those dogs here until we could decipher out where everybody was going and how we were going to do it. Well, Cammie was the worst, so I said I just want to keep her here. So we used June's room for her, and I didn't bug her too much the first 3-4 days. It was like she was just completely bewildered. And I'll never forget, though, that third night I went in there and I sat on the floor, with her and the puppies, and I pulled her up and brought her in my lap, and I will never forget that her face was like, what are you doing? It was like this look of bewilderment, like she had no idea what that human contact was. I will never, ever, ever forget that. And to this day, every time I leave Cammie in and out, she does this finger lick thing on my fingers. She does it every single time. And I just love it. She's just a doll. Took her a long time to get used to people. But that was a lot of work for us, a lot of care. But it was very, very rewarding. And I love her, and I'm so glad I have her. But do you guys remember, because we had the cam at that time, it was before sound, that I carried her outside for probably the first week and a half to 2 weeks, because she couldn't walk. She was so weak.
Carry her, and I brought her in. Did you want
Oh,
her?
here she is. This is Cammie now.
Mama wants you.
Cammie, come here, honey. Cammie, come on, honey. Come to Mama. Come on. Oh, stop. Come here. The kitties are not going to get you. Oh. There she is. They want to see you. Yes, you love me, don't you? Here you go. She's got the most bristly fur, doesn't she? It's just feels like a porcupine. She had her ears were so chewed up by flies that she's got permanent scars. You want to lick, don't you? That she's got permanent scars on her ears. Her eyes were cloudy, but here there was 2 inches here. You wouldn't know it now to look at her, but she's a great dog. I love her, don't I? You don't have to look like that. Okay. I'll go back to Auntie Becky. There you go. You get to go. Oh, she says, oh, thank you. Oh, get me out of these cats. I love her. So that is Emmeline and Farrah and Cammie's story. And that, you know, there's a lot of things that these cats have that are here permanently that we don't treat every day, but they're ongoing things, and those are the part of the things that Earth Angels will help us with this fundraiser. Now, bear in mind, my dog stuff is all my responsibility. I don't ever mix the things. Cammie came here in, what was the date on that? There's so many things that I can't remember all of them. Cammie came in February 2nd, 2010. So she's a pretty good girl. Puppies all got adopted. Yeah, so that was a good thing. I have a couple other stories to share, and then we're going to be done for the night. And again, if anybody would like to donate to the Earth Angels, Be an Earth Angels for our rescue center, you can do it by check, money order, or PayPal, and you can go to our site, FOFrescue.org, and if you look over on the right hand side, there's a little link there that'll take you right to our PayPal. I will get you a total here. We are, you know, Kate always did these books. Queen Kate always did, and we've had them every year up until about 3 years ago. And I so treasure these books because of the stories in them. And I just, I could, maybe I can have somebody help me by getting them, you know, starting now. It's better than not doing them at all, because these are really wonderful things. You all know Kathy R., Unique and Jocelyn's mama. The way that I met Kathy was through a cat, and this is the cat. We've told you this story one time, I think. This is a cat, all burned on the side. This is the cat when I gave her the bath, and this is the cat later. And, can I sit there? Oops, you went up on the counter. I know. There you go. And we named this cat Beatrice, and Kathy and I met this, and since then, I love Kathy and her kids, and we have taken them in as part of our family, and I'm just always so grateful for this cat. The cat's name is Beatrice, and the little story on Beatrice is On a Monday afternoon, April 15, the Defiance police arrived at Jackie's door with a small white cat in tow, in a paper sack. Her right side was scorched and her flesh was burned in several places. They felt she had been deliberately set on fire. The cruelty of people toward harmless, helpless little animals never ceases to amaze us. We shaved the scorched fur from her body and she was gently bathed. We named her Beatrice and fell in love with her. And this kitty healed so fast. Oh my gosh, it was incredible to me how fast this kitty healed. But I never forget that they arrived with her in a paper bag. I thought that was really, really cool. So she came here, yep, she had been burned. We've had a few burned cats arrive here, some severely, some not as severely as Beatrice was one of the milder ones. But Beatrice was adopted, and when her fur grew back, you couldn't even tell that she had been burned. And she was a white cat, so at first it just really showed up good. It was very startling to look at her. So that was Beatrice, and this is in 2002. I took one from way back then. Her meds, she had a lot of antibiotics, a lot of soreness meds, and anti-inflammatories, and lots of soaker baths. These are all different things that go along with taking on the responsibility of a kitty. I had made up my mind when we first started this years ago. And we started this in September, on September 1, 2000. And the thing that I had said, my daughter Dawn and I had started the rescue center, was that if we do a rescue center, we were going to do it right. There was no way that I would ever commit myself to something like this if we could only do it, well, half right. My dad would say it another way, but half right. You either do it right or you don't do it at all. That's what my mom and dad always taught me. Do it right or don't do it at all. And to do it right, to me, is the socialization. If they need medical care, you don't shut them down at the door. You take them in and you make sure you can provide that medical care for them. That means they're medicines for all different kind of ailments. And these are the things that we like to have on hand here, because we never know what's going to come in from one day to the next. Some years are nicer than others, and some years are pretty cruel here. But we want to always be able to have the resources that we need here at hand. And that's what part of what this is about, is to help us be able to continue to do that for these cats that come in. This little guy here is a little fella. His name was Elmer. Whoop, are we frozen here? Yeah, my thing's way behind. Got stuck. There we go. Take a look at this guy. He was one of the cutest little black kitties. He's a little black and white kitty. Isn't that about the cutest little face? His name was Elmer. Well, oh, who did I bop? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Our rule here is if you bop a kitty accidentally, you find him and you love him. Okay, this is Elmer. Little Elmer arrived at the rescue center on June 4th. He had been caught in a rat glue trap. You know those rat glue traps? They're flat. They're probably about this long, about that wide. People put them out, you peel off the top, and it's ooey gooey, sticky.
Like fly paper.
Like fly paper, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed so that when mice get on them, that they get stuck there, and I don't know what people do. That makes me upset. I hate those things. Yeah, I think that they are awful. Ugh. Anyhow, what happened was this little guy got stuck on a rat glue trap, and it was stuck on him. And so when he came, we worked it off. We used Dawn liquid soap, but it was so bad that when we did this, that it tore the skin. Mm-hmm. And so we took it in to the vet. At that time, we needed to take him there instead of doing things here like we do more here. and the doctor shaved even more of his tiny little body, and he stitched the areas where the skin was torn, because when it came up, it was like it just disintegrated the skin. It just tore it. He progressed beautifully. His wounds healed, and his hair began to grow. And it was shortly after that, after he was neutered, that Elmer then found his forever home. And I hear people using those rat glue traps, and it just makes me cringe, because even if it is for a mouse or a rat, they don't deserve. Oh, I hate those. It's an awful way to die, I think. So that was
See what
Elmer.
happens? You knock on the door and somebody comes out.
I have 5 last pictures to show you. And, well, actually, I want to show you a different one that you guys have probably never seen, this kind of floor here. Here, guys, let me step around you. You know how we all gather around at breakfast table? There, see? We've been doing that for years. And do you check out the floor, though? It's not our pretty blue floor, and it's not that green speckly floor. That's cement floor. That's what it was like in 2002. Yeah, that's the oldest of our floors. But this is a cute picture. There's 5 pictures here, and I wanted to show you these. This is what happy kitties do. They laugh. Isn't that cute? Yeah, that one does look like Damo. Do you see the bottom brown tiger? Know who that is? Now, yeah, it is. It's Bella. Yep, you guys are right. Oh, look at how many of you knew that. Yep, that's Bella. She's laughing. Isn't that cute? Kate, my friend Kate, took all these pictures. Yeah. She was so tiny. She was only 6 weeks old when she came in. Can I give you that? I think I'm done with that one now. So, I think that's all that we have tonight. Oh, wait, no, we have to get our total. Oh, my goodness gracious. My glue paper was in one of those. Ah, is it over here? Yes. Thank you, Farrah. Thank you, Magenta. I wanted to show you this card too. Someone sent us their check, and this is the card. Do you see the little halo on the kitty? Isn't that cute? I thought that was really cute.
Show them the back of the card.
Yeah, in the back of the card. Yeah, that's true friendship. Okay, let me get our new total. I think I have the check total over here. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I thought I stepped on a cat, and I about did step on a cat. Oh my gosh.
Poor Bravo. He's like out. Oh, Bravo. He's out. He's crashed.